Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, where you'll hear EMAW, every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child love the Kansas State Wildcats. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the Texas Longhorns taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas's offense will take the first swing of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Back to throw, it's Lacey. With the catch, it's Jackson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it starts to snowball. Momentum is a powerful thing. These are young kids, Jesse, and they got to find a way to swing that momentum.
They've had some tough losses, obviously some key injuries, but they need a win in the worst way possible. They have got to find a way to right the ship.
He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Fires to the big fella. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. The Longhorns are on the move. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls and fires complete. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. Leaves it with the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Here comes the heat. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground. So Kansas State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes, because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
Jukes his way from home. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Kansas State pushing the pace.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough.
Grabs it inside the 10.
this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough.
Turning it on! Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Texas calls its campus to 40 acres. This running game might cover 40 acres before it's over.
That would be a heck of a day. I don't know how many yards that would be. That would be a quick conversion. How good's your math, Reese, to try to calculate that? But they're having a lot of success, a lot of history with great running backs at the University of Texas. And this guy is having a day.
They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Lacey. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. All wideouts, no backs. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to surge it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I love the aggressiveness by the defense. 3rd down and short, I'm going to play with my DBs up, play aggressive, try to take away those RPOs, those quick throws, those easy routes. Did a really good job.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
We've seen this guy do it time and time again throughout his college football career. On critical down and distances, he shows up for his offense. He did right there on 4th and goal.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Kansas State quick to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The run from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not...
There he goes! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Offense changing the play. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Hard running there. They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss.
All right, offensively, you're not having a lot of success right now running this thing to the perimeter. The defense was there. They were ready for that. You made one guy miss. He still got you for a TFL. You might have to think about getting back to running between the tackles.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them. Kansas State pushing the pace.
And off from the shotgun. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jackson. There he goes! The 30. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. trying to cap this drive with the pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Buying some time. He'll get that one all the way down to the... This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field.
Get up. Get up. Yep, I think that's what everybody says to their quarterbacks after they take big hits like that. He got the first down, but you don't want to make a living taking those whacks.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down here, probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. They're going to run it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This lead in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Catch in the middle, it's Clark. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air, it's Lacey. Here's the pressure. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It's good. And guys, that field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime.
And that's a really positive end to the 1st half. Driving down the field, putting that drive together, using all the clock, and most importantly, getting the 3 and tying this football game up.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Manhattan. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best 1st half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah,
and the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Texas offense. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Scrambling away. He'll pull it down. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Clark. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Longhorns will try to move the chains on fourth down. On the move. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And that one will give them the lead.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Kansas State quick to the line.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Might as well give it to him again. Stop the first down and more. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Wildcats will line it up on 1st and 10.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Trying play action. Boom. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this. That is just what this defense needed. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll make a play on third down. Got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, the good news on that play is the quarterback was able to scramble and go pick up the first down with the lead late in the game. Bad news is, though, you just love him to stay in bounds to get this clock started sooner so you can bleed more of it off. That's just a coachable moment moving forward of having a better understanding of...
Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
24, Kansas State, 10.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Wildcats headed quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back up.
Free up the gut! They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Out of the gun to give to the back. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Swings it out to his running back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. Saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Wildcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And they have converted their first 2 3rd down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped right at the 42 after returning the pick, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds, too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Open Touchdown, Longhorns! He got a step and just dusted the field. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
31, Kansas City, 10.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. From the gun, running back gets to give. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kansas State pushing the pace.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Fires into the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. On the move at the 30. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
This offense will try to convert on 4th down for the 5th time. The defense has come up with just 1 stop so far. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the 1st down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Oh, there's an alley to the left, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. first play of the drive, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Jackson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back.